Today, I sadly have some bad news for Mortal Kombat 1. After a record low performance at EVO this year, it looks like Mortal Kombat 1 will not be returning for 2025. Or will it? This statement is both true and false at the same time, so allow me to explain in today's video. But also, we finally get a sneak peek at Shao Kahn for Mortal Kombat 2, the movie that is. And since there's not much Mortal Kombat 1 news to cover right now, let's talk about the movie news as well. Why not? Because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a ton. And for anyone interested, I posted a complete breakdown of Ghostface's gameplay yesterday, including a secret gameplay mechanic that nobody else is talking about. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out that video after watching today's video. And without any further ado, let's begin. Starting off with the Shao Kahn sneak peek. There's not much to go on here, it's just a silhouette, but still, Mortal Kombat 2 movie news is movie news nonetheless, and I'm just glad that it's not Mortal Kombat 11 Shao Kahn, because that's what we got in the first movie. That's right, for anyone not aware, maybe you did not watch the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, but in that film, there is a gigantic statue of Shao Kahn, and it's literally Mortal Kombat 11 Shao Kahn. And I'm not joking, straight up ripped out of the game and then posed and given a new texture for the movie. That film must have had an extremely low budget, because why else do you rip the video game model straight into the movie? That makes no sense. And don't get me wrong, I like his design in that game overall. However, his helmet is the worst thing ever in that game. Mortal Kombat 11 Shao Kahn's helmet never needs to return ever. I don't want to see it again. So thankfully, it's not going to return in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. And we know that because in the silhouette, the helmet looks nothing like his Mortal Kombat 11 outfit. However, his armor does look asymmetrical, which is similar to Mortal Kombat 11. In that game, Shao Kahn did not have armor on both of his shoulders for whatever reason. He only had armor on the one shoulder. I'm not sure why. I'm not against that design though. I like asymmetry a lot of the time. I think it looks cool. And in this silhouette, Shao Kahn looks asymmetrical as well, which could be a very interesting design choice. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How do you feel about Shao Kahn's design in the Mortal Kombat 2 movie? I know it's just a silhouette, but even so, let me know your thoughts about this sneak peek. I'm honestly on board, and don't forget, we've already seen the actor playing Shao Kahn in this film, and I think he's perfect for the role, and by that I mean he's massive, a very big dude, which means appearance-wise, he's perfect for Shao Kahn, but only time will tell if he's a good actor. Hopefully he can read his lines well, and does Shao Kahn justice. I feel like whenever Shao Kahn speaks, it should command the scene, right? It should command the room, so hopefully this guy is a good actor and does not just look like Shao Kahn. I want both. But alright, next up, let's discuss the bad news for Mortal Kombat 1. As mentioned earlier at the start of today's video, Mortal Kombat 1 is not going to be one of the games featured at EVO, and everyone online is talking about it. However, there's an extra bit of information that not enough people are talking about, because EVO France is the only tournament whose lineup has been revealed so far. But when it comes to the EVO hosted here in America, in Las Vegas, we don't actually know which games are going to be there yet. Or at least I have not found the info anywhere. Maybe by the time I post this video, the roster will be updated. But today, before recording this video, I checked the official EVO website, and there is nothing mentioned about the games that will be lined up at the Las Vegas competition. Now, there's also EVO Japan, but I think Mortal Kombat 1 might actually be banned in Japan, as in it's not sold there. So as a result, Mortal Kombat 1 is definitely not going to be featured at EVO Japan, and now sadly we also know it's not going to be featured at EVO France either. But fingers crossed that maybe, just maybe, Mortal Kombat 1 appears in America's EVO, even as a side game. It does not have to be a main featured game, but maybe it can be like a sub game. That would be fine. I just wanted to clear the air on this topic because lots of people thought that Mortal Kombat 1 was not going to be at EVO period. They did not know that game lineup was for EVO France, which could have a different lineup than other EVOs. For example, I personally hope that Third Strike returns to EVO in Las Vegas, because that was by far the hypest tournament I've seen in years, not just for EVO, but fighting game tournament events in general. Third Strike at EVO 2024 in Las Vegas was incredible, which means if anybody who produces that event was paying attention, Third Strike should return again for EVO 2025, because it also had a ton of competitors competitors as well. Tons of players signed up to compete in the Third Strike tournament, and that just means more money. For anyone not aware, to compete at the EVO tournament, you have to spend money. Like for every individual fighting game, you've got to spend a little bit of money. And because so many people signed up, that just meant more money for the event overall, which means in 2025, it would be a great way to earn money too. Make Third Strike available. But alright, next up, I wanted to talk about why Mortal Kombat 1 is likely not on the lineup for EVO France 2025. And sadly, the most likely reason why is a low number of entries, right? For some reason, despite the game not even being 1 year old yet, very few people signed up to compete in Mortal Kombat 1 at EVO 2024. In fact, there was so few players signing up for Mortal Kombat 1 that it became a meme, which was well deserved because Mortal Kombat 1 sold a lot of copies, yet very few people were signing up to play it at the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. And I think the low amount of players entering is the main reason why France does not want to host the game at their EVO, because keep in mind that this is the first time that Europe's had their own EVO and it's debuting in France. And I believe each year it's going to be hosted in a different country, which sounds really cool, but it's debuting in France and Mortal Kombat 1 is sadly not going to be a game featured, which means the first ever tournament in Europe is not going to have a Mortal Kombat game, which is a bummer. But once again, I understand because almost nobody signed up to compete in America, so why would they sign up to compete in Europe? It's kind of a waste of a slot. I get it. However, with that said, part of me does wonder if it's the violence factor. Certain countries do have a limit on how much violence you can show on stream, and I'm wondering maybe if France has rules against obscene levels of violence, which could also be why Mortal Kombat 1 is not going to be featured at France. But I don't think the game is banned in France. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think the game is banned, which it definitely is in some countries, believe it or not. For a fun fact, Mortal Kombat 9 was banned in Australia, at least at first, so I find that crazy because by today's standards, that game looks cartoonish and goofy, but back in 2011, that game was banned in Australia. You could not buy Mortal Kombat 9 in Australia. It was so weird. Crazy times back then, and even though Mortal Kombat 1 is not banned in France, I'm still wondering if maybe France does not want to display the violence because maybe some bordering nations don't like the game. There could be any number of reasons, but I think mainly it's the low player count. That's probably why the game's not going to be at EVO France. Even so, I just wanted to share some theories because it would be interesting if there was some other reason why Mortal Kombat 1 is not going to be at EVO France. Now, at the end of the day, does this really matter? No, not for 90% of players, myself included. I don't think I'm going to travel across the pond to compete in EVO France 2025. I might consider going to EVO Japan, but that's because Japan is such a popular tourist spot. I've actually been in France though. Fun fact, I've been in Paris, France before, which is not the city where the EVO tournament is being hosted, but I'm just saying I've been to France before and it was okay. But I haven't been to Japan, so I'd rather go there to compete in a fighting game tournament than to France again. And that's just me, but let's be real, for most other players, they have no interest in traveling across the globe to compete in a big fighting game tournament that they're almost guaranteed to lose. It takes a very special kind of fan to be that dedicated because plane flights are not cheap, especially not lately. In this economy, it costs a lot of money to fly pretty much anywhere, especially out of the country, and then the hotel costs, oh my goodness, it is a big amount of money spent, which is why most players don't travel to compete in any tournaments at all. In fact, I would wager that most players don't ever compete at any tournaments, even local ones, at least not on a regular basis. So as a result, it's not a big deal for a vast majority of players that Mortal Kombat 1 is not featured at EVO France. So don't let it get you down if you see a bunch of people making fun of Mortal Kombat 1 fans for their game not being at EVO France. Who really cares at the end of the day? It's a fun video topic to discuss for sure, but outside of that, not that big of a deal. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But one last time to end the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Why do you think Mortal Kombat 1 is not being featured at EVO France? And also, do you really care? And if you do care, let me know why. And also, are you going to be competing at EVO France this year? I know plenty of my viewers are actually in Europe, so let me know, are you competing? Let me know any and all your responses in the comments down below because, like I say in all my videos, I truly do read each and every comment. So grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton, and then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.